YouTube, what is good? Happy Tuesday. As you can see, great batch of orders going out. I feel like last time I was on camera, I was talking about how we didn't sell any Jordan 1s, and we almost got a full row right here. Palomino next to a Mocha. Nice to see those two next to each other. Lost and founds. Have to shout out the person. Purchased a bunch of size 7Ys. Woke up to that purchase this morning. I believe the name was Armando, so I greatly appreciate the support there. The band Bread 85. I saw some weird rumor about how they're coming out with the 185s again, or a different one that's more limited. Not really sure what's going on. Speaking about what's going on, this pair right here sold for under $100, so that's always cool. UNC ones, the new pair is coming out, but that older pair is a lot better, so people can still appreciate the older stuff. We got a Midnight Navy, Pine Green, Reimagined 3s, a lot of nice 3s as you can see. Cardinals, Fire Reds, Black Cements, Olive 5. We got some hats, Yankee and Lacoste Supreme, Electric Green, Cool Grays, Taxis next to the Royalties. You know, basically identical sneakers other than the gold accents in different spots. Playoffs, flu games. I guess we got the trifecta of the OG classic colorway Jordan 12. Speaking of classics, the Dion Diamond Turfs and the Auburn Bo Jackson. Great shoes right there. Stussy Penny's Air Max 1. Travis Scott. A lot of Travis Scott hype with WrestleMania and him dropping a card box for like $400 and a bunch of WWE licensed merch. So that's pretty cool to see two worlds collide. Air Max Plus, just got those in. Didn't think they'd sell well because I've had those plenty of times and they never really sell, but they did, so that's always nice. Brand new Off-White. Used Bape. We got the Sour Patch Kid Curries. Do they play tonight, the Warriors, or did they play yesterday?
They played on Sunday, so I think they play tomorrow.
Okay, so yeah, two Currys going out. On Clouds, De La's. We got the awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pair right there. Love seeing those just because it's just like really cool aesthetically. You know, you hang out on the wall, put that somewhere in the house. Don't even have to wear the shoe, and you got a nice piece of art. If you ask me, reminds me of the Vapes. Speaking about Bape and remind me of, we got this cool cross camo Supreme North Face jacket, the Christian Laettner Hawks jersey, Grady Sizemore, I believe his name is, Indian Stone Cold shirt. Maybe that sold because of WrestleMania. Tim Couch authentic shorts. It's definitely about to be short season, probably is right now. And cannot forget about the Transformer. Anything else about the orders?
Nice batch going out. First shoe I noticed that definitely pops are the UNC ones. I know they're doing the reimagined pair, which I really don't like. I just think the sole just looks like piss yellow, and I think they're fairly cheap right now and they haven't even dropped yet. The other shoe I was looking at, those Olive 5s, that's one GR that's like very, I think slept on it, underrated. I think it's still a great sneaker. You know, switch the laces out a little bit, but definitely a great shoe. Definitely a shoe for us that sells well. Those Black Cement 3s that A just bought, literally just got those and they're already going out, but I'm not surprised. Aside from the 12s on the bottom, it's a nice little OG pack right there with the bows, diamonds, those penny 2s. Those penny 2s are one of my favorite sneakers. Still haven't got a pair yet, but I like all black, and that's definitely a great all black shoe. And then the Bapes are just really dope. I like the Roastas. It's one of my favorite styles when it comes to Bape sneakers. It reminds me of like Iron Man or Captain America. Just the way it's, you know, reflective. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a metallic. NBA playoffs are here, so you know the hype is real when a player goes off and you know they start hooping. You know, someone wants to go out there and they want to buy like their jersey or shoes or stuff like that. So that's really cool to see those two go out at the same time. The De La Souls, that's a pair we've had not that long, but definitely a cooked pair. But glad we were patient and able to get what we were looking for them, because that is definitely a beautiful sneaker. And then the Ninja Turtles, that's a pair that honestly I really hate that shoe for the most part. That it just takes up space in the back. It takes up like 2 spots in the back, and it was just a shoe that every time I went to put something away, that shoe was just in the way. So really happy about moving that one. Had it for quite some time, and then the clothing is really fire. That Stone Cold shirt, I remember I was buying it and I was having it for a couple years, but really happy to see it go, because to me that's one of the better Stone Cold tees out there. And then the Supreme jacket, the mismatched camo. I love camo, but also like, I don't know why, but lately I've been very into Supreme, especially older Supreme. You know, I just think Supreme is cooking right now, and I remember hearing someone say like Supreme is back, and it's like I don't think Supreme ever died. I just think the hype kind of went towards like other things and stuff like that, but I always thought Supreme was always relevant and still, you know, dropping good stuff. You know, every week they're dropping at least one hot item. And then the Christian Laettner, that's such a rare jersey, the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, shout out to everyone who purchased something. It's starting to get nice out. It's gonna be semis all week, so buy a basketball full jersey, use it as a tank top, and yeah, let's have a good week.
Like I did mention last week, there weren't a good amount of ones that I normally sold, but to see this row of ones next to the threes over there was really awesome, especially those breads. The overall make and materials on that is crazy, so whoever bought that, shouts to you. The UNC ones, I like those way better than the new ones. Over here, the 12s, I like the white and black and the Flu Games theme that we got going on. Great classics right there. And then the bottom to the no box stuff, the De La's are fire. And then over here, the Ninja Turtles, like Jordan did say, those take up a lot of space, and I feel like we don't ever sell those. And then the clothing is really awesome. The Supreme jacket's fire. The Stone Cold shirt is also pretty fire. WrestleMania was pretty cool. John Cena won his 17th world title. But yeah, shouts to John Cena. Hopefully wrestling's going in the right direction the rest of the year. And shouts to everyone who bought off the eBay.
All right, let's pack up all these orders and see what happens today.
Just did a quick buy off camera. Also a coin flip on the Galaxies. But this shoe, definitely wanted to do a quick review on them just because this is an Air Max 95. First off, I'm kind of surprised to put an Air Max 95 in a foam deposit box. I would think they'll put it in something like this. But this is a shoe that I saw online that I said through pictures they were kind of ugly. Seeing them in hand though, I am not as hard on them as I was when I first saw them. You know, regular box, regular paper, but these are the reverse neons. You guys can see. It's kind of hard to tell. But they definitely look a lot better in person. Comes with extra laces, comes with neon laces. Hope no one puts those in there. And they come with black too, yeah. And they come with black laces as well. These are definitely a lot better in person. I think the pictures didn't help this shoe. Just being a Air Max 95, I guess you can say fan, collector, whatever the case may be. I definitely feel like I may pick up this pair sometime this year. They are kind of high. They're around 4, basically like 375, 4, depending on your size. So this is a size 11 and a half. I didn't know if this was a size, he would have kept it, but he's not a big 95 guy. Definitely a pair that I feel like is more suited for the fall time, winter time, just because it's a lot of, you know, your darker shades. I'm gonna probably go look up prices in my size now to see where they're at, because I bought a pair of SB4s the day before because they were going down, and I got them at what I thought was a really good price. I hit on a pair for retail and they continue to go down, and I think they're at like $240 right now. This could be a shoe that I potentially get with the site credit. The Devin Booker's dropped today. The Blazers, I'm still gonna go for them because I think they're pretty cool. Pre-release, they're already going for retail, so I think they're gonna stay around retail or go under. So yeah, the blue pair is really fire. So we'll see with that.
YouTube getting out of here today. Not much to say. A little unorganized on my end today. Finding things gets a little frustrating, especially on Tuesdays. Feels like we'll have like 1,000 shirts, but the one shirt they'll sell is the one that we can't locate. Same with shorts or jerseys or whatnot, or just something that's misplaced, but that's okay. Anything else before we get out of here?
LeBron's gonna drop 30 tonight. Lakers gonna win. LeBron and Luka dropped 30 actually.
It'd be nice to see. Lakers definitely need to bounce back. All right, one and done. Catch you guys later in the week. Dang. YouTube, what is good? Today is Friday. We are here. Batch of orders going out. A lot of construction going on the block today, making it a little annoying, but that's okay. Starting off, we got a bunch of ones, as you can see, different colorways: olive one lows, university blue ones, unions, which price dropped quite a bit, so pairs are starting to sell a lot more than they were. Pine green 2.0s. Then we go to this middle row right here. 2 Air Max ones, one size 8, one size 15. Look at the difference there. Chlorophyll is definitely one of my favorite releases lately. Prices on those are really low right now, so if you waited and didn't get them, now's a good time to grab them. Soleil, I don't even know what those are called, Junipers or something like that. Crazy shoe, really heavy pair right there. Definitely something different. Speak about something different, check those Asics out. Those are crazy. New Balance Bape. We got the 2 purple hues, the Bape and the Anthony Edwards. Do they play tonight, the Lakers? Maybe. We'll see who wins there. Speaking of Lakers, wow, look at that. We got the Lakers Kobe right next to the Anthony Edwards. Which is interesting, obviously, because they're playing the series right now. I believe it is 1-1 or 2-1. Definitely interesting series right there. We got 2 great jerseys. The Penny pinstripe joint right there. Funny because that one is a champion replica. We got in a Michelin S authentic in the same jersey yesterday. We got the Houston Clyde the Glide Drexler jersey. 2 pairs of no box shoes, one being the Black Cat 3s, which I feel like that pair really sells well for us pre-owned. And then we got the interesting Supreme shirt, which I hate because it's just like That's a weird shirt for sure. Anything else about the orders?
Yeah, like Ace said, the prices on the unions have gone down a lot, hence why we've been selling a couple of those here and there. So if you like the union ones, doesn't even matter if you like the original ones, I definitely recommend picking these up just because they're Chicago in a shadow, 2 iconic colorways, and the quality on the shoe is really awesome. The Trav Lows, those are fire. I love the green hue on those. Shouts to whoever bought those. Speaking about green, the Chlorophylls, super great Air Max right there, definitely a fan favorite and a classic. I'm glad someone picked those up before I could. And then we go down to the bottom, the AEs next to the Kobe's. Like Ace said, Wolves and the Lakers do have a series going on right now, so I'm kind of hoping for Anthony Edwards to go and win, but I could see Luka and LeBron stringing this out, so we'll see how that turns out. Shouts to all my runners out there. These Asics, they look like some type of marathon runners or trainers, I'm not entirely sure, but those are really fire. And those Black Cat 3s, funny enough, A did say those are gonna sell pretty fast when we got them in. Definitely a Jordan 3 that tends to sell pretty fast, especially when it's used. And I can't forget this Houston jersey, that's pretty fire. I love the classic red and yellow next to the Orlando jersey.
We got 2 more orders that just came in to add to the batch. The Cigar 6, crazy pair right here, used to go for a ton of money. And then we got the Action Bronson, New Balance. I feel like he's doing a pop-up, right, or something with all his
today.
shoes. So that's crazy. But yeah, let's pack up all this stuff and see what happens today.
I think that's no, but
No, probably be low. Just looking at, yeah, it's probably be low. Just seeing what you have there. But what are you thinking?
22.5, maybe. I don't know.
Like 5 would be tough, but shit.
Those brand new.
Alright, let me see where I'll be at. So like 5 would be tough, but again, I can see you. You sure you're looking at 5? Yeah, I'm at like 210.
That's too low.
These 4 alone are under 100. This is 100 new. This is like 70 new. This is like 80 new. And then these are just up.
Can't do like 250.
I probably do 225.
Just run it off. 230.
225.
Part of the reason why is they got work to do elsewhere. Obviously,
Alright, yeah, cool. We can do it.
You wanna do that?
that found an absolute superstar in the league.
How we pay you last time?
I think he had a higher
Zell.
market share
Zell,
than
I
the
bet.
entire NFL. They need more pass catchers.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna wait till my boss comes over. I want to look at these.
Okay.
Just to get a second opinion.
Just based off what you're seeing, do they look fake or real? Because like I don't know. Again, I just
These with no box are just so hard to tell, honestly. Like I don't think so.
that they're fake.
Yeah, but also though, like the color just looks a little off to me. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they just look a little.
And my bad for coming late. I know that you guys.
Oh no, you're good. You got time.
How you doing?
Let me check these out. The color just seems a little off to me. Yeah.
This feels weird. There's something wrong with these. They just don't. They're not supposed to feel like this.
It's like mad pattern.
Do you know where you got them?
I just picked them up in the lost and found at a gym that I worked at. Someone just left them there. It was like 30 days after, so I could take them, and I was like,
And the swoosh just looks like two
zeros. It's like
yeah, no. Just how this feels. It's too like don't even know what material that is. It's just not right. You can just tell.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Like,
Yeah, it's like the way the swoosh looks.
feel this one. Like, you can feel the padding.
Yeah. Maybe like even Kobe's signature on the back is a little funky. I don't know. It's like if these were real, it wouldn't be a shoe that someone would lose. You know, these are like also just the dots on the O's in the middle. So yeah, we'd assume they're no good. I mean, you know, don't necessarily take our word for it. It's possible we're wrong. I mean, but sadly we don't have a green pair here to compare. Usually the green pairs go quickly. So yeah, I mean, you definitely try to get a second opinion on them. You know, it's possible we're not right, but I'd assume they're no good. They just look a little cool shoe though. Whoever had them got some buckets in those. Quite a few. YouTube getting out of here today. We're filming on this side today, so I'll let Jordan take it away.
I had one solid deal go down today. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so hopefully it's a little bit busier. But it's gonna rain plus be like 70, so that's low-key not a great combo. But yeah, man, we've just been doing a lot of work on the eBay, just getting a lot of stuff price drop, uploaded, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, check out the eBay. A lot of good stuff is in the eBay 24/7. That's the best way to stay up to date with everything that we're getting in and stuff like that. I know sometimes with the videos, by the time you guys see something, it's a little behind. So eBay, just, you know, save the seller. Notification will always come every time we post something. So yeah, day 2 of the NFL draft. Super excited to go home and watch that. It's like my favorite time during the preseason. Yeah.
So from a football perspective, what's up with Shadur?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie.
Does he have a bad attitude? Do people not want to?
I ain't gonna lie, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's the second best quarterback. And
Mel Kiper said he's the first.
Mel Kiper is the worst.
I know he's like,
I don't know what to call him, like analyst, whatever the case may be, but he is like, he has more misses than hits. But I do think he's the second best quarterback in the draft. Yeah, what's happening is crazy. I don't know, like maybe one team wants him, and like I mean, you see it kind of like every year. Like there's always a certain person who falls in that category. It's just like they basically like tear him down, his stock drops, and they try to swoop in and get him. As crazy as that sounds, like I've heard a lot of crazy NFL stories.
They said he was minus 140 to go number 1 in December.
Yeah, the crazy shit is like he was it was a battle between him and Cam Ward for the number 1 pick, and you know we're day 2, April 25th, and he may not even be the 3rd quarterback or 4th quarterback taken, which is crazy. It's sad. It's really sad to see, because
he'll be alright.
I mean, yeah, he'll be alright. You know, it could be worse.
Big old chain. He'll be alright.
It could be worse. Speaking of chain, you see Charles Sanchez's dad? It was nasty. He had an Adidas chain. That shit was just so ugly.
I did not see that.
That shit was so ugly.
It. He had that pink suit on.
That shit was ugly too. I'm not gonna lie. It was like hot pink. And NBA playoffs today, so. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Won't be here tomorrow, so trust to everyone who pulls up tomorrow. I want to talk about some of the things we got in, starting with this Prada shoe. Again, guys, we don't do designer here, but I don't know, I think these are kind of cool, especially if you want to dress them up, dress them down. Then we go over here, Air Maxes, can't go wrong with these, Mummies, and then another one of my favorites that I personally can't pull off, but aesthetically I like looking at, the Concord 11s. So shouts to everyone who's been buying off the eBay. Has been busy past couple of days in store, but you guys are definitely killing it online. So shouts to everyone who's been shopping on the eBay. Shouts to everyone who's been keeping up with the TikToks. I put up a reel/TikTok today. It's actually doing really well. So anyone who's watching this, please.
Everything negative does well.
That's true. It's true. It gets the views up, you know. So glad everyone out there is commenting and consistently liking all the stuff that you guys see on their social media pages. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Hoping for a great next couple of days, despite the weather going back to rain. NHL playoffs are also this weekend as well. So do you guys know if the Devils are still in it?
They're getting cracked. I know that. I don't think they lost it. I don't think they won a game.
Well, I got to support the Jersey team. So the Devils, if you guys somehow make it through, shouts to you. But anyone else who's playing hockey right now, I guess I can't really support you since you guys aren't from New Jersey. Catch y'all on the next clip, video, episode. One and done. Get close to the hoop today. Catch y'all next week. Peace. Oh my God.
YouTube, we're back. Happy Tuesday. As you can see, crazy batch of orders. Starting off, I guess, with the clothing this time. Top Shelf hoodie. Appreciate everyone who buys merch. We got the Detroit Bad Boys jacket. That was an awesome find. Got this awesome, authentic Moises Alou Cubs jersey. One thing about Moises Alou is he always batted with no batting gloves, from what I remember, which is crazy because if you ever played baseball, no batting gloves is your raw dog in life for sure. We got the Brandon Roy jersey. That's an interesting one because someone was going through the jerseys Saturday night, and I saw that Brandon Roy peak, and I was like, dang, we have a Brandon Roy jersey in here chilling. Like, that's a rare one. Definitely a great player where injuries kind of hindered his career. We got the Brewers Supreme, and we got that baseball bag. Going up to the top row, as you can see, we got some ones, only one pair of ones. The Spider-Verses, great pair right there. 3s, 4s, Toro 4s, classic pair right there. I'd assume will eventually be re-retroed. Red Cement, alternate breads next to the Motorsport 4 Black Edition. Next to the, bread alternates, it's kind of the same pair basically, just different colorway. Blue and red. Lightnings, Travis Scott's, UNC's. Check out the Spizikes USA edition. Used to be envious of kids that had that pair when I was in, I believe, high school, honestly. It was a $175 retail shoe, and it was a shoe that I wasn't affording, that's for sure. The Jordan 21s from the CDP pack, great pair. Flu Games, DNP Gratitudes, Cool Grays, University Gold 9s next to Olives, Qua 54s, DNPs. We got the Air Raids, 2 Air Max 95s. I feel like Air Max 95 love is coming back because people can't get the neons. We got some Dunks, Mummies. I feel like that's a great pair, used or new. They always seem to sell. Wu-Tang, some random Air Forces, some random Dunk Highs, some random Kyrie 2s. We got some awesome no-box stuff, some Mizunos in there. That pair of ACG size 5.5, did not think that pair would sell that fast. I almost passed on them. I did some more research, and they were pretty dang rare, so I'm glad they were able to get purchased. The Kamikazes, I believe that's the Kentucky edition because they say that Sean Kemp signed a letter of intent to Kentucky, I believe, or something like that. Foam Runners, Slides, Asics, Solomon, New Balance, Ambush. Crazy variety. It's always crazy variety, but today, especially looking down at this stuff, it just seems pretty crazy. Anything else before we get the day started?
Shout out to everyone who pulled up on Saturday because Saturday was crazy. We didn't film, but bought a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy heat, a lot of 10.5 stuff, Calls 4s to Costin 1 low, UNC, just a lot of good stuff. Shout out to the couple who came by from Canada. Had a great conversation with them, great interaction. They're supporters of the channel, and just really appreciate people who travel far and away to come to the shop and support and shop with us, because that was a really dope interaction. One of the best interactions I've had in a while. Shout out to everyone who purchased something. A lot of crazy stuff in here. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but those University Gold 9s is kind of funny because those remind me of the charcoal gray 9s that dropped back in like 2010 or 11, and we've been getting that pair in a little consistently lately, and I kind of been liking that sneaker, honestly. I was eyeing the 9.5 that we had with no box, and thankfully someone came in and purchased them. The Air Max 95s, I love 95s. I try to collect as many as possible. The Amamaniers, definitely a nice Air Max 95. I like the twist that they did with it. More of a luxurious sneaker than just like your regular staple 95. Those Air Raids, super fire. Just really love it. Just love the cross straps on them. Just very 90s. Definitely a beautiful sneaker. Ambush Dunks, when we saw those, I kind of got happy because I thought it was a 10.5 that we had, but it ended up being a size 14, which is still good because someone buying a size 14 in that is just crazy, and I kind of remember buying that shoe and kind of regretted it, so really happy to see that go. A lot of great no box stuff. Those Air Max 95 like highs or mids, whatever you want to call them, those are really like dope. Space Jam 9s, definitely a great sneaker there, and the clothing is just super fire. I know I ain't touching the Cubs jersey, but I think the Cubs are doing pretty well right now. I think they have a pretty good record if I'm not mistaken, so I like seeing stuff like that when the team's doing well and we have something like a little rare and stuff like that, and it ends up selling because of the hype and the trend and stuff like that, so that's really dope. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. The Lakers being down 3-1 is just crazy. I just remember when the trade happened, A talked about taking the line, and I remember talking to A about like, dang, the Lakers to win the West is like plus 600. Thankfully I didn't take that because they look like they're about to get gentlemen swept, but Ant Edwards is like, he's just a dog, so I think that's the next face of the league.
First off, I want to shout out everyone who pulled up Saturday. Unfortunately, it was not here, but it seems like the store was busy and we bought a lot of cool stuff, so shouts to everyone who pulled up, and also shouts to everyone who bought stuff over the weekend. Love coming into Tuesdays with a crazy batch when it comes to clothing and shoes. Starting at top, only got one pair of ones today. The next chapters, Marvel's on a run these next next couple movies coming out, so hopefully they do well. I think there's a movie coming out this Friday. Those 21s over there, I feel like I pass by that shoe every day in the store, so I'm happy that someone finally pulled the trigger on those. The Olive 9s for some reason have been like restocking here and there on certain foot sites, and they're super affordable. So if you're looking for a great classic Jordan, that's definitely a great colorway to pick up. Speaking about classics, the Air Raids next to those 95s, I love how the 95 hype is kind of there right now. They're getting appreciated for sure. A lot of cool colorways are coming out, a lot of cool collabs, like the SB collab is supposedly coming out sometime this year, so hopefully that release does well. Going over here to all this miscellaneous stuff, especially the no box stuff. I'm happy whenever we can sell a lot of no box stuff. It definitely helps with the space in the back. And then the clothing, shouts to whoever bought the TSK hoodie. Always appreciate when people buy up the merch. That Detroit jacket is fire despite deficit in the playoffs, and of course the rest of the clothing is fire. The guys have definitely been going crazy with the clothing, and shouts to everyone who bought off the eBay, hoping for a great Tuesday.
Yes, Jordan reminded me, shouts to everyone who pulled up. Saturday was a great day. We did not film, but we got a lot done, so appreciate everyone for stopping by. It was a great day. We bought so much stuff that will be hitting the eBay store hopefully today and this week, but let's pack up all this stuff and see what happens today.
I'm gonna take one more chip of these, please.
Yeah, that's fine.
And a team that has that veteran mindset, best odds to win a chip. You know, I'm obviously doing here, but what is Jimmy Butler doing?
I got one of them dead stock here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you know how much you're looking for all these?
Whatever you can get.
No price in mind for everything?
No price in mind. Just see what you got for store today.
Was there anything you saw online or anything that you were interested in checking out?
I want to get the Soulflies. There's the Soulfly 13s.
What size?
Size 10. Or if I could fit in the Jordan 5 metallic size 10.
Okay. Matt, I'm gonna send you 2 shoes.
These 2 rows here.
These are Soulflies and metallics if you want to check those out.
How much you guys got the metallics for?
I think it says $425 online, but it would probably be 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's about it.
You said you don't have prices on the jerseys at all?
No, not at all. I just want to get rid of them.
Nothing at all in mind for the stack?
Nothing at all. Just whatever you can give me. So what you have in mind.
Like 200?
200, okay. That's fair.
That works?
That works.
Just add 200 onto whatever you're at.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find it, but
My fault, man. They're just at the house.
No,
Just
yeah.
chilling there.
You're good. You're good. You know, I'm getting rid of all your Yeezys.
Yeah, it's just
That time.
it's that time. There's like so much stuff going on. I gotta so much heat going.
I know.
It's a good and bad year.
Alright, so I was at 8 for everything. That's with that included.
8, okay. So how much everything? 6?
Yeah, it was 6 for the shoes, and then 2 for the clothing, which is 8. And then were you interested in those 2?
Yes.
Alright, so I told you 4 already on the metallics, and then we had the Gone Fishings. We had up for $225.
Okay.
I could do 2 on those.
All right.
So 2 is what I will owe you.
Okay.
You want to do that?
All right. Let me see what else you guys got.
Yeah, let me know. Like I said, I'll work with you on anything else that you see. Just let me know.
You guys got the Alma Madeiras, the diffuse blues?
The 3s?
Yeah.
Nah. Surprisingly, we only had 2 of those, and they both went by pretty quickly.
Can you take a look at the Robies return?
The used one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right up here. And I have the other one whenever you're ready.
So the brand new one?
No, the right pair.
If it happens to be in Cleveland this year, he has to play really well, really fast. He does not have time for mistakes.
This one has too many stains. I'll pass on these.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll take the
I mean, there's definitely a bunch here, but down the street, a lot of times we got like a warehouse where we have.
You know what? I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Let me just get the girl dads.
What size is that one?
10 and a half.
10 and a half, right?
Thank you. I'll definitely pick off.
You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be even. If you want to do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Second. Just get this one done.
I picked up a few things from you guys a couple of weeks ago. I picked up the
Online?
the Kobe's. That was a steal.
Which
The
one?
Kobe 5-year. Year the Mamba.
Oh, yeah, the Mamba.
purple one.
It's funny. We had just gotten those in like that same day.
Every time I picked up something for you guys, I'm like, damn, it's a steal. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys.
No problem, man. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good one. Enjoy those. How you guys doing? Alrighty, it is 7 o'clock on the dot. Wrapping up here. Tons of shoes. This is not even half of it, honestly. This is just some of the stuff that I guess you could say came on Saturday and we got today, but we got a lot of brand new stuff. Literally, the last second, we've been taking pictures, listing stuff, cleaning stuff, buying stuff. So there's more shoes behind the counter with no box that we gotta get up tomorrow. But yeah, I got some stuff going out tomorrow. We got a San Jose Shark shirt. We got a Isaiah Pacheco. It's been a while. We saw a Pacheco jersey. We got a Muhammad Sanu Super Bowl patch jersey, South Brunswick, New Jersey. Got a What the Kobe in a trade. Got a Heritage one, military black toe 14s, the new I'm on my year 3s, Penny jersey, Mitchell Ness, some Nike Trail Runs, and some Ultra Air Max 1 Obsidian Navy, whatever you want to call them. So that's some stuff that's going out tomorrow. Probably get a couple more things. One and done. Catch you guys Friday. Peace. YouTube, what is going on? Today is Friday, May 2nd. We have a nice little decent batch going out. Started down here, we got the Starfish Low. That was one shoe that I thought I was going to do really well, and it kind of did the opposite. Got some Gym Red ones, mids, got some Heritage ones. This one is crazy because I kind of hate buying shoes that, you know, already retro like 3 times just because it's a little bit hard to sell the older ones. This is a 2013 pair of the Fire Red 5s. I ended up buying this yesterday and it's already going out. One of my favorite 11s, top 3 11 in my opinion. I think it's number 2. Definitely a beautiful sneaker. Got some 6 rings. I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, ew, that's ugly. But back in the day, 6 rings were a big deal. You know, a lot of those Jordans that weren't retros like Spiz Ikes and stuff like that were pretty popular growing up. Over here we have a What the Kobe. And actually dropped. It started off a little slow, honestly. We weren't really selling pairs. We were getting a ton in. But lately, within like the last week or so, we've kind of been pushing them out, you know, multiple times per day. We have an off-white for an off-night. The black Air Max 90s. Beautiful sneaker. I know this is one of A's favorite sneakers. I don't love them that much, but they are very, very comfortable. Forgot the name of these, but I remember us getting them back in the day and just saying like, what the hell are these? Over here, we got some Air Max 1s. AE shot at Anthony Edwards because he smoked the Lakers in a gentleman's sweep. Everyone had Lakers. I technically had Lakers because I said previously, like, dang, Lakers plus 600 to win the West is very, very tempting. Pair of Onyx foams. I believe we got these on Tuesday. Just bought a bunch of foam runners, probably like 5 or 6 used pairs. Probably the best Reebok shoe from the 90s, possibly. I think it's up there probably with the TZs, but the Reebok Pump D Browns are just super fire. Over here on the bottom, last shoe we have are the ACG Moabs. If you guys know us already, you guys know we love that type of shoe. And here I got a pair of Hirachis, which is very similar to the Moabs, but I definitely need to grab me a pair of Moabs. I know Burn had both of the TDG pairs, which are super fire. And then we got some jerseys. I think yesterday or the other day, I think it was Tuesday, I said we sold Isaiah Pacheco. That was going out on Wednesday. And then today we sell a Mika Fitzpatrick. Really happy about that. Again, because A bought a lot of them. The flea market, you guys know, during football season, Burn has said like it's like our everyday water bag, you know. Kind of slowed down because football season ended, but I think we're seeing a little trend now, like it's starting to pick up a little bit. And then over here we have a classic D Rose jersey. Beautiful jersey. I personally hate the Adidas jerseys. I just hate the way they're cut, but this one's super fire. It's a kid size. And we got 2 hats. We got a Mets hat. I see the Mets are doing well. Haven't been really following baseball too much, but whenever we hear or see it from ESPN, I do know that Juan Soto hit his first home run at home the other day, which is pretty fire. And then last but not least, I mentioned the Lakers earlier. They were Los Angeles Lakers pinstripe snapback. I love pinstripe hats. It's like one of my favorite type of hats. Really clean, honestly. A got this from the Flea last year, so to see it finally go is really dope. I actually looked at this, but just too scared to pull the trigger, and I like how it's right next to the Kobe because I think the colors just really work. Burn anything for the people.
Shouts to everyone who bought off the eBay last night or the past couple of days. Starting off at the top, those 5s, like Jordan said, he did get those yesterday, so surprisingly to see those go out is really awesome. And then right next to those is Space Jams. As much as I love looking at the Space Jams and how great of a model that is, I feel like I could never just pull those off. Great to look at, but me personally, like, I never was really big on wearing them. The Love the Kobe is one of my favorite pickups of the year so far. Low-key one of those growing up in middle school. I think one kid had them. His whole family was all sneakerheads, and then he pulled up the class with those on, and I was like, what the hell are those? To finally get those years later and have them and wearing them is really great. So shouts to Nike for re-retroing those. Going to the bottom row, the Anthony Edwards. I low-key like the colorway he was rocking against the Lakers the other night. Super comfortable, little narrow, I will say, for anyone out there that's looking to buy them. And then going over here to the jerseys and the Moabs, seeing a Steelers jersey go out is super nostalgic for me, just because it kind of reminds me of when it was colder and we were selling those at least once or twice a day, honestly. So to see one go out on a random day close to spring, summer is really great. So if anyone out there is a Chiefs or Steelers fan, we still have those jerseys. I'm not entirely sure what sizes we have left, so for anyone out there that's looking to buy a Steelers Chief jersey, check out our eBay. And then I will say those Reeboks are super fire, one of my favorite all-time Reeboks. And then yeah, shouts to everyone who bought off the eBay. I will say I'm really hoping for a Timberwolves Warriors matchup, and as good as the Knicks were last night, they're probably gonna get cooked next round against the Celtics.
Yeah, Burn just reminded me something about the Knicks. Seen a lot of Knicks fans yesterday going crazy. Jalen Brunson this, Jalen Brunson that. Cat had 10 points in 40 minutes, which is sickening. They did all that just to lose in 4 against the Celtics. So hope the season was worth it. And this is like a repeat cycle. Jalen Brunson goes off in the first round. In the second round, he gets hurt or just lose per usual. So the Knicks are going to the Knicks still. You know, nothing's going to change. They always have these good first round games and everyone forget. And then in the second round, people remember, oh snap, they're the Knicks. So just wanted to say that real quick because Burn reminded me. I didn't want to say nothing about the Mets because they are in first place right now. I don't see that lasting too long. But yeah, today should be a good day. Nice weather out. You'll open the door. Hopefully get a lot of people coming in today and set up a good day for tomorrow.
I came from Japan
Oh, nice.
to come to here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, thank you guys.
I'm a YouTube subscriber.
Oh, thank you. We really
TopshelfKicks.
appreciate it. Wow. Oh, man.
That's why. So, very exclusive. Have you ever seen this guy? SB.
I have not.
Very limited. Very exclusive.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't even see a pair up.
But no box.
No box.
almost brand new.
These are sweet.
Maybe 2.
These are cool.
The name is Kingpin, Reebok Kingpin, I think.
These are sweet. All personals?
Yes.
All the same size. 9.5. Best size in the store.
Oh yeah. Mine's 9.5.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
これね、ヴィンテージナイキだけど、Made in USA, dead stock. Too big for me. Too big. Everything I got Japan.
Japan? I'm gonna say, Japan has
Oh,
a nice...
this one is Thailand. I
This
think.
one Thailand? Agassi? This one's nice.
これね、バックプリント。Very nice.
Tennis ball? Oh, the face. This one's nice.
This one, これ very very exclusive. Jordan 10. I do believe, yeah, I think. Yeah, Jordan 10. I think.
This is cool.
でね、これ
Oh, you got a lot more.
もうこれ half. Right now half. Here. Unique jersey ね。で、Mighty Ducks.
I love this one.
You guys like Mighty Ducks ね。
I love it.
だってもう I watch YouTube でもう Mighty Ducks と wow Mighty Ducks.
It's funny because on last Saturday, I wore mine.
Oh yeah?
And a guy from a guy and his wife, they came from Canada, and we were talking, and we had the white one, the starter though, and it was over there, and we were just talking about like hockey jerseys, and I was like, yeah, this is like one of my favorite kids movie, and he ended up buying it too. And we took a picture, but this is the best one to me.
Mighty Ducks ってそんなにポピュラーでナイキなの。
So like they're all, so this I have this one, but Nike.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the Nike ones are, to me, Nike are the best ones because only certain only certain hockey teams got the Nike jerseys.
これ TCM ね。
Kobe.
でね、コービーだけどね、これね、ベリーエクスクルーシブなのは with pants。
Wow.
The champion.
Sweet. How long you guys are here for?
We are going to move to
New York?
Connecticut
Okay.
and then go to Boston.
Oh, nice.
Then I like to
Go
go
around.
to thrifting.
Oh,
Thrifting.
nice. Nice.
これアナハイムエンジェル。これ D バックスのウィリアム。でこれね、I think veryドジャースのスペシャルモデル I think. Is this away model or home model? I don't know.でこれナイスなんだよ。Too big for me. I wish I wanna keep.
I like
but
the
the
buttons.
bottom.
Yeah, the buttons are sweet.
Baseball, yeah.
Oh, man. They came from Japan.
Oh yeah.
No, for real. Like they literally, like they came literally from Japan to sell. Like, and there's, like, there's vintage under here. Oh, what? This one's
Yankees.
This one's nice.
これもね、めっちゃ。で、you guys also like a cap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
これね、ジョーダン11、プロモーション。Same age, I think. And then see the tag.
Yeah.
Japanese.
He's gonna like that one.
これ。
He's a ramen fan.
デニス・ロードマン・カンバス。これはね、もう、unbelievable condition. And then, Lakers. Body, I think Nike. I think this too is old, I think.
Yeah, this is
90s or Y2K.
How long have you collected?
I don't know.
Years? A lot of
90s.
90s?
Wow. I used to live in Los Angeles.
okay.
Oh wow.
That's
Nice.
right. So, and then I went back to Japan,
Okay.
working, and then
Okay.
the trip.
And like a lot of my favorite like TV shows growing up, like Power Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers.
Yeah, like all that type of stuff. You know, they got it from the Japanese superheroes and stuff like that. So, video games and all that type of stuff. It's
買ったよね。 Very glad to be here.
No, thank you. We really appreciate you
And
guys.
I'm a wrestling shirt collector.
You are? I wish my boss was here because he's big into this
Yeah,
stuff.
so some of I trade.
Yeah, of course, of
most
course.
I want to sell.
Yeah, of course.
But these are medium size. More old vintage.
Yeah, but this one's cool. WCW.
これなんか I don't know. Very expensive on eBay.
Yeah.
This design.
99, yeah, like the WCW stuff, usually pretty expensive. That's usually probably like some of the best stuff in here. The X-Pac.
Oh, your boss is.
Yeah, he's a. I think they are too. I'm not really a big wrestling guy, but my boss, like, he's a pretty big collector. Because he bought like we took some out, but this is kind of what we have in store right now. But we've removed a lot of them just because it's really hard to move a lot of them in store because people don't understand the pricing of them. Like
My favorite wrestler is Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
I found your eBay list.
Yeah.
The Ric Flair shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Do you still have it?
We should have it. If it's not in there, I can probably go grab that for you.
And this one too.
Cause I think I know exactly which one you have it. And it's funny because the one that if you're talking about the one that I'm thinking about, we've had it for at least since I've been. Yeah, at least since I've been here, so at least like minimum 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Satan.
This is sweet.
Satan.
You really take care of your stuff. Like there's no holes, no stains. Like...
I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
My wife. She has no understanding. She doesn't like that kind of culture. She's very, intelligence. Not like a wow. This
is nice.
DDP.
Wow, this one is. This one is
and
nice.
on the tag, so maybe
this one is sweet.
That stock, I think.
this one is nice.
Yeah, wow. His reaction. I'm wondering.
We nerd out about this type of stuff and
wrestling stuff, eh?
Yeah, it's just like stuff like this. Like it doesn't like at least not anymore. It doesn't really come into the store like that. So like we'll see it like online and stuff like that. But rarely are we ever having someone like come in and like with a bunch of stuff like this. It's different now. The times are different.
Okay.
Because like out here, people are not really into vintage no more. Or, like they are, but they want the $20 t-shirts, the $30 t-shirts, the Harley Davidson stuff. Like
Harley Davidson stuff.
Yeah, like that's like the $20, $25 t-shirts. Those are the ones that like kind of like move well for us. The Hardy Brothers.
Hardy Boys.
This is what I grew up on. The Hardy Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're a good wrestler, I think. これもね、グッドoneです。
How you doing, man?
What's up, bro?
This one. I don't think I've seen this one before either.
Oh yeah.
The colors on this nice.
でこれがもう big one, XL. Your boss might like this.
Which one? The red one?
The last one, yeah.
Okay. Kane.
And then これね、there's no tag, but very rare.
It's probably like a large
Macho
XL.
Man, the Randy Savage, NW T-shirts with very huge, right? Very limited. これがエクスクルーシブよね。テレファンク、サブ、ECW。いやー。ストーンコール。
This one we've seen before. This is a nice one.
これ I got it from Thailand.
I've never seen it with the W. I've seen the back though.
Very vintage.
Yeah.
They range.
あ、クリス・ジェリコ。WWF ね。
This one I remember because this one came in the can.
Yes.
Someone sold us one back in the day and it was so like wrinkly because he kept it in the can for so long and eventually like we got it like normal and like straightened out, but it took us a while.
I like design, but too big for me.
Yeah.
これ
This one is nice.
W
HBK.
こういうオールド tag.
How much were you like kind of like looking for this stuff?
I don't know.
Did you want to look around and see if there was? I know you said that Ric Flair.
Definitely trade or some stuff.
Yeah. let me pull up the Ric Flair so I can see exactly which one you were talking about. I think I know which one it is. Is this one right?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanna
try it
look
on.
at the size. Yeah.
Of course.
The U size, right?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a youth. You kind of said small, medium, but I can easily find that for you.
The Japanese size, I think.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
This stuff I have priced out.
Okay.
The wrestling shirts are a little tricky. I know Matt went through it as I was going through that.
You don't have any prices in mind for this stuff at all? Not at all?
And then you said you found t-shirts, other t-shirts too, that you were interested in besides that?
I think I like this one, and then also this one.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Yeah, see if you find any stuff.
Yeah. I want to triple tray or some stuff.
21 total.
21 total.
This is what I
Let's
have.
see how much it's gonna.
What the first one is what I listed out total.
Different, so.
And the bottom is like
You said it's 17 shirts?
it's 21.
21 shirts?
21 wrestling. These three. I was thinking for this pile. So these three for this pile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the wrestling stuff we're going through right now. Just
He's a specialist, right?
huh?
He is a specialist, right?
Yeah.
Boss.
And then anything on the Kobe's, these, anything in mind?
Nothing in mind for all the wrestling shirts?
I
No
feel
price?
like this stuff for these three.
You guys are very, I'm watching the
No, I
videos,
appreciate
so
it, but I don't
you
want
guys
to.
are very, the fair.
We
Very
try.
fair, so
And you just wanted cash for this stuff?
because I have no.
Gotcha.
I'm non-resident.
So I don't know, like maybe like $700. It's kind of some low. I know this one's pretty low. The Nike stuff's cool. But if you want to go through it and let me know what you'd be happy with for the whole stack. Was it 21 wrestling and not Nike?
21 wrestling.
21 wrestling and you had some Nike in here.
Yeah, I didn't count the
So like 25 shirts, I think, including Nike.
700. Can you give me more?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I think I expected the only lifting shirts was 900. I think I bring the lifting t-shirts for 21. No,
21 shirts?
21 lifting shirts.
Okay. So you wanted 900 for just the wrestling shirts. And what did you want for the Nike shirts?
T-shirts.
Could you do 950 total for everything, all these shirts?
Worst comes to worst, we'll go at 6 in the morning at Home Depot and pick up everything.
Yeah, something like that.
Except the sneakers. Oh, these file.
Yeah. I seen it. I was there.
Exclude the.
Well, I think
Yeah, I was saying
jersey.
this pile for these three. The two that you pulled up. And then I was going to get you a number for these. If you had a number, because finding these are a little difficult, but if you had a number or anything.
Your price. So how about the hat, cap, and Kobe jersey?
Anything for this stuff. Anything. Any number of mine. What? 325? These two are hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm guessing on these two. Like, I'm taking a shot.
How much you gonna sell?
I don't even know what they're gonna sell. That's what it is. Like, I saw only one, which is funny because it's in Japan. I can only find one which is in Japan, so it's kind of like what someone willing to pay. I believe it's a pair from the 90s, just looking at the tag. You know, it's an older tag. So again, like, I'm not sure what they will sell for.
25 your offer.
Yeah.
She said this 5 was
9, I think he said.
950 or something.
So like around 12 and change. And you'll also take this stuff as well too.
How much is this one?
That one, I think 75.
$75?
Yeah. I think it was like 75.
And this one is 2.
This one was 75.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I did 75 there, 75
75,
here, and then 150 here.
150.
Yes. Which was 300.
Oh yeah, this one is very cheap.
Which one?
This one.
This one, I saw one up for like 140.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I saw one up for 140.
Okay.
It's just kind of how I was basing it off of what I can find and stuff like that.
300.
So it's like this pile for this, and then getting cash for those 2 piles.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you a little bit more?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Think only for sneaker. Free pair sneaker.
So you use that 300 with the sneakers.
The Kobe jersey.
And the
100. I don't know the cap, but this one is.
it was 100 for both you had.
Or 80, 100 around. Because then almost dead stock.
Yeah.
Conditions.
Would you do 4 for this pile?
So this one was.
Okay.
Okay. So this one.
Yeah. So it's not 1350.
Okay.
That's all right. Okay. And you say you could do PayPal, right?
Yeah, but
Oh yes, here.
How you doing, man?
I'll try to get cash if you'd rather. Just,
please.
yeah, give me one
Need the
second.
cash.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Well, Deanne.
So we'll.
I got
Okay.
I got 2 Miami
Right.
that I like. I got
Wait, how
corner-
much
the corners
we
you're
owed?
talking
We owed 950 plus how much?
400.
So basically 1400.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1,000 if you want to count.
Okay.
I owe you 400 if you're gonna give me 1 sec. That's here. So my bad, I got confused. I thought I only was getting you 950. That's 1,000, then we'll do 400 to make it 1,400. It's like $50 extra.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Sorry, it was a little hectic today. Good.
Very good.
What was your name?
Kazu.
Kazu?
K-A-Z. My whole name is Kazuhiko Mizushina.
Very nice to meet you.
K-A-Z-U-S-S. Too long.
Kazu.
Kazu. Awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
Please take a picture.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
let's
For
go.
everyone. I'm here, TopshelfKicks. Very
Get you some
honored to
stickers.
be here.
Yeah, let's get a sticker, maybe a t-shirt
Oh,
if
thank
we
you,
have.
thank you.
What size you usually wear?
Medium, but the large is fine. Okay.
Medium or large shirt. Maybe the GTA one's kind of cool because we don't have many of those. Oh, I appreciate you taking the trip. Cool stuff. Wish it was bigger. Oh, so
I watched your video, especially only the wrestling shoes. Your collection.
Oh, that was an old one, yeah.
That's all the
Sweet.
Very
Yeah, we'll throw that
nice.
in too. Here's a store shirt
Very nice.
if you like.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
thank
man.
Oh, please. Oh, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Please.
We're all gonna have some of that.
Take a picture, please.
Or you want it back here? Sweet. So I'll get in the pic.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Yes, thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Do you need anything like a bag or anything? Or I guess you're
Oh, it's
pretty
okay, it's okay, it's okay.
good?
Jersey.
New Jersey or East Coast.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you.
Here. First time in TopshelfKicks.
We
Thank
appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you so much for stopping by. Seriously.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
I like your thrift video.
Thank
Free
you.
market video.
Yeah.
But tomorrow has no free market.
No, it's not open
they don't-
tomorrow, sadly, yeah. At least the one here.
I wish I would go there.
Yeah, it sucks it's not open tomorrow. I don't know why.
Okay, anyway, guys.
Thank you so much.
guys.
Have a safe trip back and weekend.
No,
No,
it's okay.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Sorry it was a little hectic.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Have
you,
a safe
Kazu.
trip.
I
Yes,
appreciate
thank
it.
you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Definitely see you. I don't know.
Maybe
But
we'll see
I'll
you
come
out
back.
there one day.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Got a little hectic there. The guys have been holding it down. Obviously, I had a couple appointments, had to find a shirt, had to find some cash, had to help some customers, but we made it. Look at these things. What are those?
Ever 22 straight playoff appearances, but on the other hand, it is the start of another.
Those are brand new.
How much you want for these?
I'll do 185. That's cool.
185. Alright, let me see. How much you said on these?
185.
If I took these, I probably want to be at 100 because they're going for like 160.
160?
Yeah.
So 165 last week?
I'll probably be at 100 on these. We'll have to try to sell them for like 160. And then these two, I'll probably pass on just because of the condition of them. Plus the sizing makes it a little tough for us. The GS stuff is a little bit hard to move. But I can do 100 here if you want to do that. And
100 cash?
Yeah.
So what if you wanted to trade them in?
Yeah, you can look around. I drop prices in here too, so like where the price is in here, I drop it down and I come up a little bit here.
Yeah, because they want to trade the stuff, other stuff that they've seen.
Yeah, look around, see if you see something, let me know. I'll work with you.
But you know what you is looking at already, right? So you can just show them.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Show them what you got, and then show them what you got.
Basketball Hall of Fame also got it done on the international level as the head coach, leading Team USA to gold at the
How would you describe Greg Popovich's NBA legend?
I would describe it as relentlessly adaptive. And the first part is because it's the longest.
Guys, you're looking for free games?
I could probably shoot something.
That one might be the older one, but let me just double check on it.
He's trying to do it.
I should have a new one too.
Yeah, he's trying to do it like a trade off, or you know, see if we can do something out. But he's not bad though. He's not bad. So,
you want to do those?
Y'all have small towels, right? Like 3, 4.
Maybe on the table, but it's going to be tough, honestly. The small size stuff, we don't really deal with that often, use-wise.
And they took me in and she was a super first round of the draft. And mine was 17.5 we had 2 Jordan is still very much up in the air. So I want you to give an update on all of them, but let's start right there with the man in Cincinnati.
Yeah, stalemate is the right word. And check out Mr. Trey Henderson today. And the Bengals, they don't get
Where'd you get these from?
stay away for a good long while. You're always
Donated to him.
He's pretty good.
I don't think they're good.
On the team and
I don't think they're good. Just for one, before I even get to the shoes. Color. This is his, this is ours. They're the same size. His box is smaller.
Yeah, I can tell the difference.
You know, and then instantly what threw me off, like the tongue. It's like really like a thick tongue. This one, you just feel the difference. And then the inside too, just looking at the sole. Same thing with the weight runners. Those were donated too. Those are off too.
Told me couldn't fit him, he still gave him to me.
Look at the difference. This sticker is really bigger than this. It's not supposed to be like that. You can just tell. I know these are worn, the color is off too. And just the box, you just looking at the ridges through the box. That's usually like a telltale sign too. It's just not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be like smooth. Just the wave runner too. Just the size tag looks off. The color is off. The grays a little different. One thing I like to do is push that down. This just goes easily down. This you can just feel it.
It's a little more firm.
Yeah. Yeah. The sole is different too. Like this one has just an Adidas. This says easy Adidas.
Yeah, it's different too.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think these two are good.
That's probably why he came to you.
Yeah, they were donated. It probably makes sense, honestly.
I told him he wore like a 10.5, 11.
Yeah. First I thought it was like from wear, but just like yeah, it's just like a different, totally different color. I don't know. This person might have not known, but yeah, I don't think they're good.
You want to trade your sneakers still?
Yeah, I'm trading them.
Did you see something that you like?
Mm-hmm.
What did you like?
The Concord 11s over there and the 8.9.
Yeah, bring it to me.
These probably the only thing is just authentic.
Yeah, those we don't really deal with like that either. Those, let me see. Oh, the Concords.
How is this electric?
100. If you trade these, I like 50. I'll do that. Yeah. You want to check the other one out first? You want to check the other one out first before? Make sure they're both good.
Fine. Show me somebody.
Check that out.
Only person I know who as well is Uncle Al. He's Uncle Al. He's my bad. Telling you 30 days.
Yes!
You can try them on too. Make sure they're good.
I would say.
I got these from JD's Boy.
Just double checking.
I'm gonna do a recheck to see if I want anything else.
Yeah, take your time, no rush. Righty, wrapping up. Got about 7 items that's going out tomorrow. Getting that ready. That's what we like to do. So we come in, and we gotta do is lay this stuff down, grab whatever else that's sold overnight, and get it ready for the picture and get the day started. But shout out to everyone who came by today. Definitely shout out to Katsu. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. All the way from Japan. Again, like it kind of gives me goosebumps because this is the second week in a row that we had someone from out of the country come by and make a stop here on their journey to wherever else they're doing. We really appreciate it, honestly. I know I definitely do, because again, you guys make us feel like superstars even though we're not, regular people. And the interaction that we had was pretty dope, just to see that someone halfway across the world really genuinely supports us and likes what we're doing, and they're into the same stuff we're into, and came with a suitcase. I don't even know how much that costs, but it came with a suitcase full of shoes, t-shirts, hats, making trades on stuff that they saw on eBay, having a good experience. That's really dope. I know for me at least, that's one of my favorite things, honestly, when we get people who like what we do and they come in the store and they're able to shop and have a good time and have a good conversation, because I think that's really dope, and I think that's really cool, and I think that's what like sneaker culture is about. Yeah, it got busy as soon as we opened the door today, but yeah, we made a lot of progress, got a lot of work done, got a lot of pictures up on eBay. Mountains getting crazy, but we've been grinding here lately. You know, it's hot right now, I'm not gonna lie. It's like 80 degrees right now. It's supposed to be like 80 tomorrow. It's supposed to rain. Got a couple of shoes. We got these back. These were brand new, sold it, got it back used. These are really dope. Some Unions. I feel like this shoe's been in and out the store lately in different sizes, but this one is a 9. There's a 10.5 somewhere floating around over here. Lot 50, lot 1 50. Got an Amama here 3. Got these in courtesy of Katsu. I don't even know what these are. Like, I couldn't even find anything on them. These are sick, honestly. Like, I don't even know how to describe these. It's just like, it's like a quilted jacket. It's like a Pele or like an Averex. That's what kind of reminds me of. This is pretty dope. Clean Air Forces. I hate buying used Air Forces, but these are actually pretty clean. Like, worn one time. The greatest designer sneaker of all time, in my opinion, but I think a lot of people agree. The Prada American Cups, some foam runners, the retro version, the 2010 version, some Belugas, some Nina Chanel, some Wave Runners. Yeah, a lot more stuff, honestly. Tomorrow, Saturday, flea market, but crazy day. Yeah, that's it for me. Just, you know, gearing up for tomorrow, end the week off with a bang. And tomorrow's anything like last week. It's gonna be a crazy day, but thankfully we got Burrow back, so we will be able to manage all that, because last week was honestly, it was like, it's crazy. We're all going crazy. There's so many people in the store, but yeah, really looking forward to tomorrow. It should be a good day.
Like Jordan said, whenever anyone from the videos makes trips from far and wide, when you guys come from overseas just to visit the spot, it's really awesome. It's really eye-opening, and it also keeps us going in here. So the fact that you guys want to give up some of your personal time, whether you're just here for vacation, whether you're here for family, whether you're here for just tourism, to just look around, and we're one of your stops, is really awesome. So shouts to you, man. We hope you had a good time, a good experience. A lot of dope wrestling, and some vintage Nike stuff hitting the eBay soon. Matt started getting to it earlier today, so it should be up on the eBay, so definitely check that out. Like Jordan mentioned, we do have a lot of shoes shoes on the table right now. That's also hitting the eBay. A great selection from designer. Not the craziest designer, but you know, we'll have like a 1 or 2 designer shoes. And then of course your Nikes, your Jordans, your Adidas, New Balance. But yeah, hopefully we have a good Saturday. Today was a really good Friday. Died down a little towards the end, so we got a lot of work done towards the end of the day. But yeah, shouts to everyone watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're hoping to end the week strong. When it's done, catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
YouTube, what is good? You guys didn't see me much yesterday. I had a bunch of appointments, busy day. Shouts to the guys for holding it down. Shouts to, I believe his name was Kazu, came all the way from Japan. That was crazy. Was not expecting that. I'm glad I could at least stop in here to experience that a little bit. Shouts to him. He brought a lot of great stuff, and he got a lot of great stuff as well. As you can see, today is Saturday. We have a nice batch of orders going out. Starting off at the top, we got some Air Jordan 1 lows. As you can see, we got the black toe low, which is extremely affordable right now. This pair is used. It sold for under $100, but brand new, I think they're like 100 to 120. I have to shout out, please excuse me if I pronounce your name incorrectly, Joe Quinn from Florida. He's a big YouTube supporter. He hit us via DM for the Air Jordan 1 Phantom lows and made a fair offer, so we're getting those out sent to Florida. We greatly appreciate the support. Brand new turbos, brand new Ama 3s. I have to shout out this guy again. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing your name right, but Fawad, you're always ordering stuff from us, making very fair offers, so we greatly appreciate this. Ama 3 size 12s going out. We got some Sulfur 4s, Calvin Johnson Air Trainer. If you were collecting shoes back then, you remember they did a lot of Calvin Johnson stuff. And shouts to Calvin Johnson, one of the best wide receivers of all time. Air Max Big Bubble 95 neon. Not exactly sure what that colorway is called, but obviously it's, you know, related to the neons. That pair sold for way more than I would think it would sell for, but obviously happy to see those go. It is a very rare pair, hard to find those. 3 classics right next to each other, Flint 13s, Flu Games, Fire Red 5s. We got some interesting stuff in that front row, the Crush DCs, Wu-Tangs, the Air Trainer SE. I believe that's a New York City pack or All-Star pack, Bo Jackson's. Great shoe right there. I had a pair of those back in the day. That was a pair I was thinking about keeping, but they sold, so I'm glad that they found a good home. We got some 350s. We got some Gummy Bear Pumas. Don't even ask how we bought those or why we bought those, but finally they sold for I think 50 or 60 shipped. Fire Red 5s, awesome Bengals jacket next to a Jason Sehorn and Dan Marino jersey. What's funny about those 2 jerseys is they literally sold back to back overnight to totally 2 different people, which is just odd to me because you would think that, you know, back to back jersey sales are all going to the same person, but 2 different people. Speaking about different people, Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony, Denver Nuggets, game 7 tonight. I would think the Nuggets are going to win, which means they'll probably lose because everything I think in the NBA playoffs seems the opposite to happen. And we got the Savage Mode reprint t-shirt. Can't forget about that. Anything else about the orders or anything?
Yeah, a couple weird items sold after people touched them yesterday. So first off, the Phantoms. It was just where someone came in to pick something up and they asked about that shoe, and then literally like a couple hours later it ended up selling. Flu Games, another one of those shoes where again someone came in inquiring about it, they almost bought it, ended up leaving with something else, and then the next day that shoe ends up selling. Again, weird how that happens, but that pair is really clean. A lot of these new releases we could get them used and cheaper than what they're going for new. It's like, why not? Those are like the best type of sales in here because no one wants to pay full price for a shoe, and I totally feel that. Fire Red 5, talked about it yesterday, how we sold like the 2012 pair, 2013. And it's funny because we end up selling the 2020 pair, and I forgot what year the Black Tongue released, but we end up selling 3 different variations of the Fire Red 5. I had to talk about the 95s. It's an interesting shoe because I think they only dropped that at MoMA. You know, seeing what they're going for is kind of disgusting because I don't think that's a shoe that's worth $400+. Again, it's cool. It's definitely a lot better in person, but spending even $300 on that shoe to me is a little crazy. They do look a lot better, like I said, in person, but nonetheless, I don't think it's a shoe I can, you know, warrant spending that much money on. But shout out to that person because again, it's a great pair. It's definitely a pair that's really hard to find. The Calvin Johnson stuff is funny because if you were in sneakers back in the day, you would understand the magnitude of the Calvin Johnson Nike line. It was a pretty big deal when that Nike stuff dropped. I believe I was still in high school, so I was playing football, and they had the gloves, they had the cleat, they had all the trainers. Like, they did a lot of Calvin Johnson stuff, and they even dropped some of it at Willowbrook Mall too. So when Nike got the NFL license and was pushing out the jerseys and stuff like that, they really pushed out a lot of Calvin Johnson stuff, which is, you know, rightfully so, because he is one of the GOATs. Wu-Tang Dunk, Matt made an observation, like, we've been selling that shoe lately, you know, the past couple of days, which is pretty dope. Bo Jackson is super fire. And then, of course, the jerseys and the jacket. Just want to point out two things. The Dan Marino, that was another item that someone asked about yesterday. They touched the jersey, they had it up here at the counter, and then they folded it on the jersey, and then the jersey ended up selling. And then this Bengals jacket, obviously I'm a Bears fan, but to me, that Bengals jacket is probably the best satin jacket in any sport. Like, it's just one of my favorite ones. The tiger stripe, it being black and orange, just super fire. Love that jacket, and whoever bought it got it for a really good price. Yeah, shout out to everyone who bought something. Hopefully you have a good Saturday.
Crazy how we sold not just one but 2 Fire Red 5s the day after selling a Fire Red 5, so it must mean that the Fire Red 5 hype is maybe getting there, who knows. But the fact that we sold 3 different versions is crazy. I personally like the one with the 23 on the side. I feel like that adds a little more personality, gives it a little more characteristic. The MoMA 95s, like the guy said, I really don't think that's worth what it's going for. Crazy how we get that pair before we get, you know, a neon or a pink big bubble, but I'm glad to see that one go out, because who knows where numbers are going to sit after a couple of months of those trainers right there that are blue and white. I'm entirely sure what the model is on those, but I just love the make and the shape of that shoe. I hope that, you know, Nike brings back more of those different types of shoes. I know they kind of are, with the whole Barclays coming back, and then some of the classic trainers as well coming back. These Puma gummy bears, I vividly remember getting those in and flicking those up and being like, damn, like, when are we ever gonna sell those? We might have 2 or 3 more pairs still in the warehouse, but I completely forgot that we had those just chilling in the back. Those bows are really cool. I really like the design and the colorway on those. Next to those, the Wu-Tangs. That's a classic dunk that once went for a lot of money, but now it's super affordable for people out there that are just fans of the shoe, fans of Wu-Tang. So shouts to Nike brand for bringing those back. And then I love the array of clothing on the bottom when it comes to the football jerseys, and especially the basketball jerseys. Definitely that type of season, chill by the pool type of weather. So, you know, we got some jerseys for you guys. Anyone looking for football, hockey, basketball, baseball, definitely got it all. So shouts to everyone who's been buying the jerseys this whole year, these past couple of weeks. Hoping for a great Saturday.
All right, we already got someone outside trying to sell some stuff, so let's pack up all this stuff and see what happens today.
Definitely, I mean, it's definitely nothing, probably the 2 that are gonna be anything will probably be those and the pennies. Okay. Everything else is just stuff that I just need to get rid of. Okay. There's some dunk lows, and then everyone's favorite, 1 mids.
It's funny, like low key online, they sell.
Bubba, there's no bathroom here. There's no, you gotta wait. I asked you if you had to go. You gotta wait. You guys don't have a bathroom next to you.
Nah, sorry.
Well, I know you gotta go, but there's no bathroom.
I know the bathroom across the street they have in the coffee spot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. And did you have a price in mind for all this before you
I mean, I'm pretty sure, bro, the dunks are probably gonna be 50 for you guys to do anything with it.
Okay.
And then the mids, probably the same.
Alright, bet. Let me see.
I'll be right back. You said the coffee house, right?
Yeah, Rockin' Joe's.
No, you can't bring that home.
Please?
I'll get you one.
Please?
I'll get you. There's no candy. There's no candy in there.
Okay, I'm like 430.
For everything?
Yeah.
What'd you have the dunks at, like 50, probably 40?
Around that, like 30, honestly, because like $80 brand new, so. But let me know what you're thinking.
Is it 450?
That's fine. Okay, it's cool.
Let's rock.
Zell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Got it, brother.
Got it? Alrighty. You're all set, man.
Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you as
Have a
always.
good weekend.
You got it, brother. Enjoy it.
That's what I said to me. Once Scotty became one of the 50
What are you asking for?
Those 350. 350 here, 350 here.
These are new?
Yeah, new. Everything's new.
feel me? He was under the
Yes.
influence of 23. That this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. I'm gonna do what? Let's go. And I think to some degree that's still there in that little whip they have it. But you know, Lord willing, it'll come together because everybody got different stuff. You know what I'm saying? We too old for that now. We elders now. We elders to the point where we got to be able to give something back in a level where, hey man, if I can't give it to you. And see, I think, you know, the economics of America, the economics that are on the table, money on the table, that those little brackets come out and then we have cake.
It'll probably be at 3 on the Voodoo's. Yeah. And then Phantoms. Phantoms, you said 850, right?
Yeah. I was looking for 12.
12, okay. Phantoms.
It's not a lot to get that. It's just
What's
hard.
this?
It's like in a playoff.
I'll probably at like 7
That's over 20 years ago though.
with Phantom, so 1,000 I would be at for both.
Can you meet in the middle?
What's that?
11?
11.
I'm at 12 here.
Yeah. I can meet you at 10:50. How you doing, man? Yeah, I can probably meet you at 10:50.
I was looking more with 12, but if anything 11, that's my best.
Yeah, like I see like these are some for like 4, and then
So I say 250 there, 1050 so at 12, but that's what the best I could do is 11 to be honest.
yeah, I'll probably be at like the 10:50. That's probably where I would be at on these.
1080?
Huh?
1080?
10:50.
Cash?
Zelle. Probably do Zelle.
The way to spin is 11?
Huh?
That's the next time I'll come back with some pay.
I hear that all the time. Probably at 10:50.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Both brand new?
Yeah.
What are you asking?
Honestly, I really don't even know. I really don't go for too much.
Yeah, they kind of went down. Again, nothing in mind.
Like, I'm really curious what you guys do on this, to be honest.
That might be a little tough just because of the season. And the clothing stuff right now, we're not too big on.
The only comp I found is my the exact same hoodie just sold on the 16th for $350.
Okay.
They owned. I'm willing to do less than that.
Yeah, how much?
Honestly, I was thinking for everything, maybe like $650.
Would that put the jacket at?
I put that at like $250. So I was thinking eBay fees, you're probably making like $310, if that, $300, $310. And that I don't have a receipt, but I do have like the picture when I got it.
I think for the shoes, I'll probably be like $300 for the shoes. The babe, I might just hold off on. Just again, the season right now, might just hold off on that. But I could do $300 in the shoes though. Like I said, it went down. They're like something $2 right now. So
would you do one pair straight up for the, you know, the Travis Field Jacks, the white pair?
Yeah. What size you need?
I think it was 10. You guys had.
That one's 80.
Alright, so what would you do for like one pair and this and that shirt? How much would you want me to add?
You said you wanted to do one.
Yeah.
These for that, right? Did you want to sell both or just one?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, cool. Is there one that you'd rather keep?
No, it's up to you. If there's, you could take the pick.
I feel like I may want to do. I'll do the 9.5.
Okay.
I'll run that. I'll do the 9.5 for the 10. This one you can keep. 75 for the shirts are cool.
Okay.
You want to just do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
You want to do that? Alright, cool.
And it's Aaron, right, for the zone?
Yeah. If you need the phone number. So, yep, you got it.
Thank you so much. Always.
No problem, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Have a great weekend,
You
guys.
too.
Thank you. What's going on, man? Live in a cell trade?
Yeah, so.
No, it was just that.
No.
Yeah. Do you know how much you're looking for everything?
I was looking for like 1,200 for everything.
1,200 for everything?
These guys don't have no box.
Okay.
I think all of them are like either close to never.
We're the same way.
Yeah, those are.
Offering access to product experts to help quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your issue, you're always getting professional.
And I think the only other.
Call, click,
everything else is used. There's one other. The military floors, I think, are missing.
Okay, I don't think I got to that one yet. What's going on, man? You could take that next door. Yeah. Let me see. Let me go through this and see. You said 1,200, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm talking to my boss about it because he just said like one, just the border on the real ones, like this just like it's too white, and then if you look at the like where it says like fabricate in China,
okay,
on the real ones like it was spaced out,
okay,
and this one's just like really bold and just like the 10 just looks a lot like whiter and chunkier too, and he just said like the colors off. What does your number come out to without those?
I do like I do 1,000 even.
You said 9 you were at without the
I was at a grand for everything.
without the LeBrons?
Yeah.
I thought you said 9.
No, I said
First one you said 9. Yeah, I'll probably be at like 8.
8?
Yeah.
I was really kind of firm on like 100 a piece because.
Yeah, if you're firm, I'll just pass then.
Couldn't come up at all. Do like 950.
Nah, I'll probably just pass at that point. I feel like we'll probably just be far off.
I'd do the 9. That's like that's really the most I get, like, because I'm already coming down pretty low. That's like under 100 a piece already. So.
I mean, some of these are definitely under 100, at least for me. Because like the 90s, I don't value at 100. The Air Max ones, I didn't value at 100.
I mean, yeah,
I came up on it, but
I would do the 9. I really like that's kind of.
I will hold off on the 9 then.
Can't do anywhere in the middle, like.
I mean, I can't.
875. I just need your room.
I'll do 850. That's probably my number there.
Do like 860.
Probably 850.
Alright, that's fine.
Venmo, Zelle, Apple Pay.
You do like a little bit of cash and then the rest sell.
How much cash do you need?
Like 200.
So that should be fine. Let's do 2. And Zelle, you said the rest, right? Yeah. Got it? Alright, bet.
Thanks,
Alright, bro.
appreciate it.
An all-star on their team, get that.
And is everything new, used?
Those are used. I got one pair new.
Okay.
Everything's in phenomenal position.
Okay.
Everything's been worn once except the marine threads. I cleaned them off just like you said. Yeah, I watched the videos.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't clean them up.
Alright, you're good.
It's still a phenomenal position. Those are brand new. Never worn.
Tried on.
I tried on, let me tell you what I tried on one of them, right? And never worn, never hit the streets, nothing. I love that. I had time to clean those.
Alright. How much were you looking for everything?
I was prepared for this. Alright. The threes, except the black cats. You can do like 140, 150 for the black, for them. Okay, the blue, the red, the pine green.
You guys have like 140 each?
Yeah. Oh, they're crystal.
So for the fire reds, I'll probably be at 100. This is black hats. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're a Celtics fan.
Of course not.
Oh, you're not?
Are you crazy? I'm from New York. I'm born and raised in the Bronx. Born and raised in the Bronx. Just, that's where I reside now.
Let's say.
You see the Yankee hat, man? No matter what color we got.
I mean, Yankee hat's the most famous hat, so like,
of course.
So when I see Yankee hat, I think just naturally, people just wearing it to wear it because it's probably the best hat ever made.
Of course. Hip hop representative, but no matter where we go.
Did you want to trade for anything?
I got to see the overall price.
But was there anything you was looking at? So like, I know when I'm going through the numbers, like, see what I can work with you with and stuff like that.
I was talking to Abe on
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Told him I was coming down today for the Kobe 9, the Kobe reverse Grinch size 9.
Okay. Crush these numbers.
You got everything crunched already?
These three that's in this pile right now. Did he give you a price on those?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? In my head, I felt like he probably said like a 4.
Well, you're in sync together.
No, I just like, cause last time I checked, that was kind of market.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool then. What you value both 11s at?
They went up a little bit.
Which one these?
Yeah, cause I was checking it stock myself. 125 on these. So
5.
Right.
Yeah, this one won't pass as well.
Tell me.
You're looking at this for you just see the color differences. This is white. Yeah, these it won't pass as new on eBay. Even in here, we won't sell it as new too. Just to give you like a heads up.
And what would you give me? It's a brand new.
They just not gonna pass.
I got you. What would you give it to me? Now I can show you the picture on my cast.
Nah, I believe you. It's not that. It's just that just selling on eBay like the problem. Like this is like possibly we probably wipe that off. The problem is like once it gets in the cracks, that's where it gets really difficult because it's like we can't like pick every single one out. That's where it gets really hard. So, you know, cleaning as best as to our best ability. But you know, there's still like not cracks, there's stuff in the cracks, stuff like that. So usually like we put this up online as like VNDS tried on.
Before we be looking at this, I need to walk out with some cash.
Let me see. Let me see what the total of these. So on this stuff alone, without those two, I was at 530. On this stuff alone.
All this?
These 5, or excuse me, these 7. I got 530. Yeah, I'll give you a breakdown if you like. How you doing, man? I can give you a breakdown if you like.
I'm listening.
So I was at these two, which are the black cats and the fire red. I was at 100 piece here. I was at 75 a piece here on the racer blues and the pine greens. Then these 3, I was at 60 a piece.
These 3?
Yeah. So 60, 60, 60.
We do 120 on these?
That's what we're gonna try to get on those two. And then the like the cherry and the gratitudes. Like the gratitudes, you said they went up, they went down. At least
no,
on
that's gratitude. That's the cherries.
Cherries went down too. Like I see pairs up online for like 140, 120. So realistically, it's gonna start around like 130. That's where I was at there. So those two you want to take out? Okay. So we're at 410.
For this.
Well, you take that out then.
No, this is. Hold on.
Because you took those two out. If this is in there, it's 410. If this is not in there, it's 350.
And that's the black cats in there?
Yeah. Black cat's like 2 new now. 190, 192 new now.
Tell me what cash this is. He says
75 there.
You can't give me 120 on it?
I mean, they're gonna sell for that.
Crystal, the marks, those stars.
I hear you, but brand new price is not. It's not that though. I can show you what they're going for. There's a pair up online for 120. Same size, everything.
Can you give 100 a pair? And we'll tell me what you give my these.
So wait, what are you taking out so I know what's going on?
Gotta get out.
I'm gonna try on legit checks and sneakers. I called.
Let me know what you give me for the blues.
Next door?
Yeah. There's a store on the other side.
Oh, alright. Thank you.
I would do, so this right now is 350 right here. I'll come up to 375 on this stuff. Those two you're taking out. Cool. With this, that will put us at 435.
What would you do for this?
I'm waiting on that just to see like what else you take out. And
Well, this is it. I mean, this is it.
yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, this is it. So that and the fours, just trying to get a figure.
I'll give you 100 on the 4s.
100 on these fours?
Yeah, they're used.
All right, this is what I'll do. Cash for this, I'll take the 435 for this.
So you don't want these? No. Okay. What's the phone number?
Which way you giving me?
Zelle.
Can I get a little cash out of it?
How much cash?
100 cash on the remaining Zelle.
Dude, you know what's funny? I'm wearing this shirt and I feel like there was an episode that it started raining like crazy like years ago that I was outside with this shirt on. Remember that?
I think it's when it was like about a
storm, like
yeah.
a nor'easter or whatever. So
Yeah.
crazy. As you can see, that's what's going on right now. I didn't get much camera time, so I'll stand outside in the rain for y'all. A meteorologist shit. As you can see what's going down right now. Hear the thunder. Craziness, man. Craziness. Yeah, I wasn't on camera much today. I had a ton of work to do. This flea market video has been bothering me. I can't get it finished, but hopefully I'm gonna get it finished by tonight. It's like an hour and a half long. It's just like 3.5 hours worth of footage to go through. It's just like one of those days. Shouts to the guys, Jordan, Matt, Berwin for holding it down this side. Hopefully we got some good content. If not, it is what it is. Saturdays I feel like just like very busy with actual business stuff, and obviously we take 2 days off, so it's just good to catch up on things. So sadly the content sometimes takes a back seat to the actual business and paying the bills. But yeah, that's about it for me. Shouts to all y'all for watching. Shouts out again to Kazu from Japan, because I've been eating these Japanese haichus all day. They're really good, and it's just really awesome that someone would stop by from Japan, because we get phone calls a lot from people who are like in Newark or Belleville or Bloomfield or South Jersey, and they're just like, I need all these answers over the phone right now because I don't want to drive 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And then someone just flies, you know, across the world, pulls up, you know, doesn't like ask any questions, doesn't need like a whole rundown of what they're going to get for their stuff. They just come by, try to get an experience, and it's very appreciated. Speaking of appreciation, shouts to all y'all for watching the content. Whether we get a lot of views or not a lot of views, doesn't really matter, because a lot of you guys really appreciate it. Whether you come in and tell us that, or you're commenting on the YouTube that you just, you know, love watching the videos, we definitely notice all you guys, so greatly appreciated. Anything else before we get out of here, Jordan, Matt, or Berwin?
Well, shout out to Kazu, like A said. Like we said yesterday, we really appreciate it. I'm so exhausted and tired. I know the guys are too, because today's just been like non-stop. Buy out, sell, clean, flick up. So there's a lot of crazy stuff over here, as you can tell. Like back here is a little bit of a mess, but there's one shoe that Abe bought next door that pretty fire, or two actually. Don't know what these are, but the colorway of these are just super fire. And then the DB MX 95, so these are really fire. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, I got the heartbeat on the back, which is crazy. Yeah, that's it for me, honestly. Just a crazy long week, but I feel like it was a good week though, nonetheless. Got a lot of work done, got a lot of stuff to price tag. Can't wait till Tuesday when we come back to like 40 orders. So yeah,
shout out to everyone who pulled up today. A lot of stuff in the eBay, clothes, a lot of clothes, definitely a lot of shoes, definitely a lot of variety. So definitely check it out. TopshelfKicks.com. You can filter it by size. Also, if you bought something, don't forget to leave us a review, whether it be on eBay or Google. Both would be awesome. And I have Denver tonight.
Kawhi.
I'll go with Nuggets, just because my dad said the Clippers. I'm a big Kawhi fan.
He's a good guy, man.
Kawhi's gonna drop a lot. I've been wrong every single time lately, so I'm not gonna.
Every time I bet against Kawhi, I lose my ass. And every time I think something, the opposite, I've been saying it. So I'd assume the Clippers are gonna win, because I think the Nuggets are gonna win. So you know,
we shall see.
All right, guys. Catch you guys next week.